Listen, folks, sometimes we do things on the fly. And that's what this pistol round's going to be. Space Soldiers versus NiP, obviously on Mirage. We've got 2 kills already. It's a 3-man situation for NiP. They've got themselves the plant, sure, so some kind of a win thus far in the pistol. But how much more, really? It is nice that they've gotten themselves these couple of kills. It's still into the hands of Space Soldiers. You'd still think they can get this retake rolling. The problem being, of course, is they've actually now lost a lot of health on one of their 3 remaining guys. Speaking of losing things, though, Lekro goes down, and he would really need to stay up in that moment because Rez is nowhere to be found. And despite the bomb being planted for him, he has 16 health. The timing's going to be figured out right here with eyes towards connector, and that's a pistol round done.
Yeah, it was an open plant, but I think even if he...
As soon the smoke will fade, could be refurbished. He does get a kill just as Major tries to pull the attention towards connector. That deep smoke could be allowing NiP to set up fully inside this portion of the map. And just as they could have bursted forward, they've decided to back off. They'll move up Catwalk instead. They'll get 1 step closer to the B-bomb site, currently being defended by Calyx and a teammate just behind the bench. Now the Molotov, this screws their timing. Excellent utility usage just now from Space Soldiers.
Very patient with it, and Space Soldiers towards the middle of this round just contained like a bunch of goldfish in a bowl, and Xanteris coming in at the end, as he has been doing, leaving Rez now in the 1v4. Just praying for a mistake. With the time running so low, he's in enemy territory.
Will still take the responsibility of the forefront, but another missed jump. He could have peeked 2 CTs. They're going to go off the pop flash, and it's nearly interrupted. Great trade from Xanteris, and an awful team flash, but luckily it costs them nothing further. Now it's off the timing. Waiting for the grenades to be thrown out yet again. This is nice. This was a great little creep. They've shown no sign as to why they would be here until the bomb sound is heard. And Rez takes a duel just in that instance, puts it on Xanteris, and it is 12 health left for Rez. A terrifying situation for him with this man in front. A clutch that could very easily go his way. The bomb not planted for ramp whatsoever either. So this is not going to make the job of Rez any easier. He's going to have to rush forward, you'd think. And he's not even going to make the play. Big balls on Xanteris, and he'll
just figure out how he's going to react to this B push that's coming in. His Paz going to take first contact.
He's able to get himself 2, not the 3rd. It's the Opper that shuts him down. Calyx up in the apps will clean up with a double. I mean, the headshots, the aim, it is on the cross is where he'll attempt to kill them. Engine even, just floating around the triple stack. He gets blindsided from Get Right. There's the 2nd. Great kill from Engine. That's beautiful spray control. But now the biggest question is, can Xanteris take us into an astronomical clutch? He is playing out of this world. But this would be a whole new height. 2 players pinned behind boxes, knows where one is at least, and he wins the duel immediately. He is sitting on enough health to do this. 79 at this moment.
I think he's actually quite confident right now that he's cleared right side sight. So now the smoke's going to go down. That'll definitely bait a peek, and he can catch the cross here as he just he's going to pretend like he hasn't tapped. And at this point, with the time ticking low, he's got to finally do that. Now they're going out wide. First player goes down. He's going to get back on the bomb. The spray hasn't come out quite yet. Hey, Xanteris gets the frag as well. Will he be able to defuse? He has enough time. Oh my God!
So he goes in. Misses the first shot, and he's not, oh my goodness, supposed to retreat. He dies on the repeat. Paz gets himself a headshot towards Dennis. So there is some casualty for NiP at the very least here, but they do, of course, have that late mid-lurk from Forest. He's been able to cut off a very crucial portion of the map. Catwalk not in question, and therefore I don't think this after plant is either. It's going to be NiP with a 2nd.
Yeah, and obviously Space Soldiers thinking about saving here. It was clear that Xanteris is fully aware of the fact that NiP did take control of mid initially, and so planted their flag with Forest staying there to catch. We're getting so many different forms of adjustment, and beautiful. That one does not pay off. Amazing shot from Dennis.
It's an important kill as well. Remember, this was a 5v4 into the favor of Space Soldiers. We talked about that near 30% win percentage. Well, here's one, Lunders. Little Molotov to ensure that nobody could have flanked them in from Palace. They will still be wary of it. Obviously, if they're Molotoving the backside, then they should have eyes on the entrance, or fire.
Flames will keep someone isolated in there, and great cover from Dennis. I believe that's his 3rd kill of the round, all off the AK headshots. So a little bit of individual form starting to shine through here from NiP, but maybe the big question. So he must be aware of a potential contact, and he definitely hears Forrest moving around inside the ladder room. Now, this should be a second player confirmed, and he's not able to get the kills, but the damage is significant, and Calix's position, despite low health, could very easily catch a player off guard, and if he's lucky, maybe 2. Xanteras will draw the attention away, chipping at the health of NiP as they enter the site, but it is checked unsuccessfully. Rez goes down, and Calix strikes for the double.
That's
Space Soldiers already thrown out the window of the apartments. Lekro to the back door of Market sees that they flooded forward, but it will, of course, be Dennis with the first kill. An anchor in the pistol rounds of NiP. He and Lekro continuously standing side by side again. It is now Xanteras who's died, but with the bomb planted, they are waiting for NiP to come moving forward, and Calix could get the double. However, he is denied. It is Engine, alone and isolated as 3 CTs come stampeding forward. He too have Engine in a very curious position towards B-Apps as well, so there's still an uncertainty here, but there is most certainly a kill from Xanteras. A second? Not going to be a third, you'd think. I mean, the flash has gone over the wall, and he's been afforded his life. Some way, he has still remained standing, but he lost Calix, and that's the bomb carrier most importantly. There is 35 seconds left, and you need to retrieve this device. Sit very clearly in the eyes of Dennis. Lekro with a sidearm out will be traded, sure enough, but it's a 1v3 for Dennis to have to deal with. Again, time is playing against them, but Space Soldiers could very easily just have him convinced to fall back.
They're going to sniff this out, and once they see that nobody's peeking CT, they're going to be extremely nervous about a big flank. Maybe even happy to know about that, actually, because they've gotten this information now, so Xanteras is obviously going to take care of Connector at this point. Dennis has made his way back, which is obviously one of his options, but Paz is too nice with that AK. Overall, clearly a symptom of what NiP, what state NiP are in right now.
That's big for Forrest.
That was
Remember,
nice.
Last time that they were on a broken buy like this, it was actually Forrest shutting down the middle to window jump that enabled them to win the round. So now that he gets that kill again with a CZ and upgrades his hardware, he's looking good. He's fallen back into the B bomb site where Lekro certainly needed help, but he has the element of surprise. A blindside from the Deagle and a trade frag from Forrest, taking down the top fragger of Space Soldiers, leaving it on Engine, who's not looking much stronger than a 4-cylinder at this point because it is just 2 HP. 3 opponents. Dennis takes him down.
Chance of getting in.
This shot by Rez going to allow for the cross to happen. At least the first stage of it. Frag grenades, softening up the targets. Rez, though, great little bit of a gap in the smoke, makes the most of it. Drops Paz, takes the man advantage, and NiP looking to hold on to this as they also look to hold on the map. But Rez gets himself a second. Third not going to happen. Excellent flash. Did not look away. He wanted to nail that kill. Probably knowing, of course, that his teammates are here to support and that they'll hold off on the cross. He commits to the kill attempt instead. And things slow down a moment.
Yeah. Well, this is actually where Space Soldiers have found the most success, when they have been given respect. And there's Forrest playing patiently no matter how well he is overall, which is always a good sign. Engine getting CT control means that they now have an option to plant the bomb. And the round has been opened up. But get right at stopping that.
All dead. Defuse.
This is the first time we've come back to a player cam when we've seen that much kind of dismay in the eyes of a player. And now it's Major here to kick things off. Dennis actually fallen back out of mid. Connector is Molotov'd, excuse me. And that's going to deny any CTs from trying to push out and seek information.
Molotov blown up. Not going to force Get Right out of position, so Calix has to be wary. He's going to lose the duel. Sure enough, it is traded straight back, which is good enough. They could have gone for a plant potentially because the CT rotate is only now arriving, and it has been blocked off by flames. Now forced back by flashes. And there you have it, folks. The bomb is down, and the retake is on. If we look at the after plant positioning too, it looks very good. We've got a player back behind Firebox, one inside of Sandwich, and a double ramp-up setup, which will confirm there is no long flank. So eventually, based on timing, Space Soldiers will turn all of their heads towards this swarm of ninjas. Doubling up on CT, coming 2 off of the staircase. They are starting to fall and starting to fumble. They nearly push this all the way back, but this is where it ends. Space Soldiers, 16-13.